everybody, it's time for the second video. Second video. Um, like I said, this video right here, along with the next video, this video is a remake of one of my most popular videos on my Doug 8798 channel. This is a remake of my Dragon Ball Z Ocean Dub review. However, since I finally got to see both versions of the Ocean Dub, the Saiyan and Namek Saga, and of course, the Cell and Boo sagas, I decided to split them up to talk about both of them individually instead of combining them into one video like I sort of did on my first account. One of the main reasons I decided to redo both of these videos right here was because, well, when I did my first Ocean Dub back in 2012 or 13, I can't remember, the video software I was using, I was just getting used to it, and the video software wasn't as quick and fast and as advanced as it is now. So if you can watch that video, you can tell the pictures, they're kind of all over the place in that video, and I repeat a lot because I did it without a script. Here I'm much better at reviewing. I script certain parts of the review, and like I said, the software I use is much faster now, and I've got to see more of both dubs, which is why I'm actually starting off with Cell and Boo. As you can see by the title, this is Cell and Boo Saga. I've already talked about the Saiyan and Namek Saga, which, so when I go to the back of that video, there won't be much new to that video. But this one right here, there's a lot, because I only got to see bits and pieces, certain episodes from the Android Saga of this season, and various clips from all the other episodes, like the Cell and Boo portions of the Android and Majin Buu sagas. But this right here is the entire thing. By the way, I didn't mention this in the webcam portion of my GT review, but I will be sure to mention it in the part 2 narration. But the links in the description box to download and watch these episodes will be in the link below. By the way, unless you have a credit card or something, they only allow up to 10 downloads a day for a limit. Unless you have a credit card, you can keep going. It's something about your computer IP address, something like that. That's just something to warn you guys about when you go to this very bizarre website. So it's 10 free downloads a day. Then you have to wait several hours before you can download more. That's a problem I had. But that's something I was just telling you. That's just something I'm telling you right now. With that being said, let's get this video started right now. It doesn't matter what you think, because this is my world. And by the way, now I'm not doing that here. Let's continue. Z. Z. Dragon Ball Z. Z. Dragon Ball Z. This is part 2 of my review of Dragon Ball Z Ocean Dub. Before I get started with this review, I'm going to give my history with the Dragon Ball Z franchise. Then I'm going to talk about the storyline. Then I'm going to tell you what I liked and didn't like. Then I'm going to give you my favorite episodes and moments from the Ocean Dub. Then I'm going to talk about more of what I didn't like, about the what I do and don't like about Dragon Ball Z, and then I'm just gonna end the video there. So with that being said, let's get started. Like I said, in the 2012 version, I first got into the Ocean Dub during the Namek Saga. I first saw it in late 1997, and I instantly became a huge fan of it on the UPN network, which is now known as the CW, because it was a show about martial arts. It was a show about martial arts and chi, which I was hugely into at the time. So I instantly became a fan of Dragon Ball Z. That was up until and but however, in late 1997, I did not own my own television, so I quickly forgot about the show up until late 1998 when I rediscovered the show when it premiered on Cartoon Network's Action Block Toonami, where I got to see the show from episode 1, the arrival of Raditz, to the final episode, Goku Super Saiyan, of the Ocean Dub. And from 1997 or 1998 all the way to late 2005 and 2006, I was a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. In late 2005 and 6, when new franchises like Naruto, Bleach, Ben 10, many more shows premiered, I became, which I'm still in now, I became an anime and movie based snob and started turning on Dragon Ball, and I've been a hater ever since. And if Dragon Ball, I'm gonna talk about what I liked about the Ocean Dub, and if Dragon Ball would have kept this formula right here, the Saiyan and Namek Saga formula, where Goku and Piccolo were rivals, Tien, Yamcha, Chaozu, and Krillin, despite being far behind Goku in power and strength, were still part of the original team and still some of the most powerful people on Earth. Gohan being not only one of the most powerful people on Earth, but being still a major and important character, with Vegeta being the villain and opportunistic anti-hero of the group, and Piccolo being the outsider anti-hero of the group. I would still like Dragon Ball if they would have kept this formula right here, instead of tossing all the characters aside in favor of Vegeta. Even Gohan, who the show is mostly about. The show is a continuation of Goku's adult life and the growth and maturization of his son Gohan. But all that was tossed aside in favor of Vegeta. But yeah, these are two of my favorite sagas, with the Namek Saga, in my opinion, being one of Dragon Ball's best saga. The Namek Saga with Ginyu Force and Zarbon. I think the Frieza portion is terrible. But let's get back to this saga covers the Saiyan Saga and Namek Saga. Of course, the first 4 to 5 episodes deals with Goku, with Raditz landing on Earth looking for a man named Kakarot and wondering why he's failed to exterminate all life on the planet. He incapacitates the farmer, then attacks then 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 sir then goes to Piccolo's location thinking he's the man known as Kakarot, but he is mistaken. He immediately recognizes Piccolo isn't from this planet, but is still weak compared to him. Piccolo, after a brief exchange of insults, Piccolo throws a light grenade at him, but a chi blast at him, but but it has no effect on Raditz, and Raditz prepares to kill him with one of his own. But he then senses another powerful man. Meanwhile, in the main story, Goku and Gohan leave for Master Roshi's and meet up with Master Roshi, Bulma, Krillin, and the turtle. This friendly family reunion is cut short when Raditz arrives at the house and immediately recognizes Goku as this mysterious man named Kakarot and wonders why he is. Not only has he not completed his mission, what happened to his tail, and why he is on good terms with the Earthlings. Raditz demands Goku join him on his conquest of conquering and selling planets. Goku refuses. Goku straight up refuses, and Raditz then incapacitates him, kidnaps Gohan, and flies off. Piccolo then Goku, Roshi, and Krillin prepare to attack Raditz. But Goku reminds them that first off, they've already been revived by Shinron. So if they die again, it's over. It's over. They'll never be able to return to life. But Roshi still insists on going anyway. Piccolo then tells them that they'll never succeed. They're too weak, and that he and Goku will form an alliance, and they will take care of Raditz. Goku wonders how can he trust Piccolo. Piccolo tells him he can't, but he tells him don't worry, there's plenty of time to settle their rivalry, but they only have one chance to defend the Earth, and right now is it. So they form an alliance until after the defeat of Raditz, and they go off to Raditz's location, and immediately begin fighting Raditz. But Raditz has the upper hand, and the first episode is there. The next two episodes deal with them both fighting Raditz separately, with Goku fighting Raditz separately, while Piccolo charges the special beam cannon. Goku incapacitates Raditz twice. The first time is when he grabs his tail, but Raditz manages to get free and knock out Goku. Gohan, seeing his father suffers, triggers his power, and he breaks out of the pod, headbutts Raditz. Raditz then knocks him out when Gohan goes back normal. Raditz prepares to kill Gohan with energy blast, but Goku grabs him in a full Nelson, and Piccolo finally charges his final special beam cannon and in climatic fashion kills and impales both of them with the special beam cannon. Raditz commends his brother for sacrificing himself like that, but Piccolo tells him that Goku will get the last laugh because his friends will bring him back with the Dragon Balls, and tells Raditz about the power of the Dragon Balls. Raditz's friends, comrades Nappa and Vegeta, overhear the conversation and then decide to depart to Earth to find the 7 Dragon Balls and make a wish for immortality. Vegeta, however, Piccolo then kills Raditz, and Raditz tells him that they'll be there in 1 year. Raditz then taunts him, and Piccolo then finishes off Raditz and kills him. Meanwhile, Piccolo takes Gohan with him to prepare for the Saiyans, and Goku's body disappears. And Goku reappears at King Yama's check-in station and heads for and instead of remaining in the afterlife, decide to travel to King Kai's place to train for the Saiyans. Meanwhile, Kami sends Yajirobe down to recruit Tien, Chaozu, Yamcha, and Krillin for special training at Kami's place in order to prepare for the Saiyans, and Piccolo begins training Gohan. His first test is to survive in the wild, and the next several episodes, which are filler episodes, deal with the Z Fighters preparing for the Saiyans. Finally, episode 15, the Saiyans arrive, and the Earthlings bring back Goku, but Goku has to travel the long way of Snake Way back to the check-in station and then land on Earth and go to the battlefield. We come back to the on the battlefield. The Saiyans immediately, after destroying the city, immediately revive where Gohan, Krillin, and Piccolo are. Tien Chaozu and Yamcha eventually join him, and they all begin fighting the Cyberman, with Tien being going up first, him defeating the Cyberman, and Vegeta destroying it for his incompetence. Nappa, I mean, um, Yamcha then fights the second Cyberman, and even as the fight won until he turns his back and the Cyberman catches him off guard and self-destructs, killing itself and Yamcha. Yamcha becomes the first casualty of battle. Then, of course, the remaining Krillin destroys the remaining Cybermen with a huge blast, and Nappa enters the fight and immediately incapacitates Piccolo with a kick combo and smashes Tien's arm. Chaozu, immediately seeing Tien's plight, jumps into the battle and attacks Nappa and prepares to self-destruct and try to take Nappa with him. He self-destructs, sacrificing himself, but it doesn't affect Nappa at all. Tien Shinhan, after fighting Nappa with one arm, uses the last of his energy for one Chi-Hole blast and shoots it at Nappa. Nappa sees it and blocks it, and the blast has no effects, only messing up his armor. And Tien Shinhan dies. It's now down to Krillin, Piccolo, and Gohan are the last warriors. Vegeta decides to wait 3 hours for Goku to see how powerful Goku was. Nappa in the meantime destroys the city and the entire military, and comes back and Goku hasn't arrived yet. Piccolo comes up with a new plan on grabbing Nappa's tail and has Krillin and Gohan attack Nappa head on while he grabs his tail. This plan nearly works, but it turns out Nappa and Vegeta rid themselves of the tail weakness, and Nappa clobbers Piccolo, and then Gohan and it's down to Gohan and Krillin. Nappa attacks Gohan, and Krillin then defends Gohan, and then attacks Nappa by attacking Nappa, and then prepares his ultimate move, the Destructo Disc, which nearly kills Nappa. But Krillin tells his Nappa to dodge it, and it cuts Nappa's face. Nappa, furious, throws a blast at Krillin, nearly killing him until Piccolo shoots Krillin in the back. Piccolo immediately senses Goku's arrival on the planet, and Vegeta comes on a new plan of going to Namek to attain the Dragon Balls, and tells Nappa to exterminate everyone, because they team up with Goku, it might make them a challenge. So, Gohan then proposes Piccolo leave, and he takes care of Nappa until Goku gets back. What's his face? Nappa immediately charges for Gohan. Gohan kicks Nappa into the rocks, and Nappa immediately prepares to kill Gohan with the giant eraser blast, the big blast he does. Piccolo shields Gohan and sacrifices himself, injuring himself, and later succumbing and dying to his injuries, but not before telling Gohan to run and to wish him back. Gohan, furious, attacks Nappa with the Masenko, but Nappa blocks it and prepares to kill an exhausted Gohan until Goku arrives with the Nimbus, saves him with the Nimbus cloud. Goku after giving Krillin and Gohan Sensu beams, begins fighting Nappa and has the upper hand until Nappa begins to calm down and fight evenly with Goku. Vegeta angrily tells Nappa to stand down and come down, fearing that it will take forever if Nappa fights Goku, and fed on his incompetence in destroying in Goku. Nappa then prepares to take the humiliation out of Gohan and Krillin, and Goku smashes his back with the Kaioken, and Goku tosses Nappa above Vegeta, and Vegeta pretends to help him up, but instead throws him in the air and kills him with the Galaxy Breaker blast. And what happens after this? Goku sends Krillin and Gohan back to Master Roshi's place, and Goku begins fighting Vegeta. He has the upper hand until Vegeta starts raising his power level. Then Goku begins raising his Goku began raising his power level, and immediately besses and matches Vegeta's strength. Vegeta, furious that of being outclassed by such a low-class soldier, furious decides to blow up the planet with his Gallic gun blast. Goku then disobeys King Kai and goes over a double Kaioken, and then throws the Kaioken, then throws a Kamehameha wave at Vegeta, sending Vegeta hurling into space, not space, but where the moon should be. Vegeta notices that there is no moon, then comes back to Earth, and then hatches a plan to create the Blotz wave, a fake moon, in order to transform into the demon Ozaru.
I don't know how to break this to you guys, but you're really not that strong.
He transforms into not the demon Ozaru, but into the monkey Ozaru, and immediately overwhelms Goku and crushes his legs and prepares to squish him with the palm of his hands. Gohan and Krillin sense Goku's energy depleted and arrive to help Goku and cut off Vegeta's tail. This nearly works until Vegeta dodges Krillin's Destructo Disc, and distracted, Yajirobe cuts off Vegeta's tail, and Vegeta turns back to normal and begins fighting Krillin and Gohan. He knocks out Krillin and begins fighting Gohan. Goku motivates Gohan to fight, and Gohan challenges Vegeta and puts up a good fight, but is immediately overwhelmed by Vegeta. Right before he can be killed by Vegeta, Goku gives Krillin the struggle disc, and Krillin throws it at Vegeta. Vegeta dodges it. Gohan pushes it back at Vegeta, with Goku telling Gohan the destructible disc will not harm him if there's no evil in him. And he throws it back at Vegeta, and the destructible disc hits Vegeta, and Vegeta appears to have been destroyed, but his body is left intact, and he narrowly survives it and powers up and knocks everyone out. Gohan, knocked out, looks at the moon. His tail regrows, and he transforms into Ozaru and pulls the crap out of Vegeta. And Vegeta, severely injured, prepares to leave the Earth, prepares his pod to leave the Earth. Vegeta Vegeta tries to leave, but Krillin attacks him. Krillin prepares to kill him with Yajirobe's sword. Goku convinces Krillin to spare Vegeta, show him mercy, giving him a chance to change his ways, and so Goku could challenge him later. Vegeta departs, mocking them for being weak and not killing them, and promises to kill them when he returns. Then then they all prepare to go to Namek with the ship Kami used, Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma. They first meet the survivors of the Frieza's onslaught, who at first think they're Frieza's men, up until Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma work together to save their lives. Then the next saga comes. That's the end of officially the end of the Saiyan saga, and the Namek Saga officially begins. They first go to the fake Namek with Raidi and Zakro, the Pink Warriors disguised as Nameks. After the fake Dragon Ball quest, the Pink Warriors reveal to them that they crash landed there several years ago, and they set up this whole quest to jack Gohan, Krillin's, and Bulma's spaceship and get off the planet. Krillin and Gohan, after escaping the tentacle creatures, save Bulma from Raidi and Zakro, incapacitates them, and steals and takes back their ship and goes all the way to the real Namek. But they learn that evil has followed them there. Meanwhile, Vegeta lands back at planet Frieza, gets healed up, but they can't restore his tail, and learns from Kui that Frieza's already there, having heard Raditz' conversation about the 7 Dragon Balls. We immediately get to Namek. Gohan and Krillin and Bulma, after defeating 2 Frieza soldiers, later learn that evil has followed them there. Frieza's men, and of course Vegeta, has followed them there. They come up with the plan of getting 1 Dragon Ball and keeping it from them, and then trying to get the other 6 Dragon Balls, and immediately head for the Namekian villages. But Vegeta and Frieza have already not Vegeta, but Frieza and his men have already beaten them to it and are interrogating the Nameks. and terrorizing Nameks for their Dragon Ball. Meanwhile, Vegeta kills both Kui and Dodoria. When Dodoria gets separated from the group, he fights Zarbon and loses, and Zarbon brings him back, heals him up, and Vegeta once again breaks free and steals all of Frieza's five of Frieza's Dragon Balls, and he takes the sixth one from Krillin. Meanwhile, Gohan finds the Dragon Ball Vegeta stole from the Namek village that he hid, and Krillin goes with Dende to the eldest Namek to get his power raised, and for the seventh Dragon Ball. Vegeta steals the seventh Dragon Ball from Krillin after killing Zarbon. And Gohan finds Vegeta's Dragon Ball. Vegeta, furious having been tricked, finds them again when Krillin and Gohan go to Guru's place to have Gohan raise his power level to settle the fight with Vegeta once and for all. Guru tells Dende that a powerful force is headed for Namek, that it's Frieza's men. It's the Ginyu Force. It's the Ginyu Force who Frieza has Zarbon call earlier. Vegeta proposes an alliance with them, but the Ginyu Force find him anyway. Ginyu takes the Dragon Balls back to Frieza, and he leaves the rest of the Ginyu Force members to deal with Vegeta, Krillin, and Gohan. Krillin and Gohan immediately begin fighting Guldo, and immediately have the upper hand up until Guldo reveals he can stop time, which he keeps doing until finally Gohan and Krillin prepare to destroy him. They rush right in and get caught in his mind freeze technique, and Guldo prepares to impale them with the sharp part of a tree like a shish kebab, but Vegeta decapitates Guldo and destroys his head, killing him, and Raccoon begins fighting and easily defeats each of them and tortures Gohan until Goku arrives on the scene. Goku arrives on the scene after giving sensu beans to Vegeta, Krillin, and Gohan, fights Raccoon, and knocks him out with a huge elbow to the gut, and begins fighting Jace and Burner, and the Saiyan and the Namek Saga ends there. The Ocean Dub would part ways with Funimation after this dub right here, demanding more money, and Funimation would for the next several episodes 54 through 107, and the rest of the series would get their own in-house actors to voice the various characters, and would have new music produced by Bruce Faulkner. Like I said, love the Ocean Dub, the action, the soundtrack, the soundtrack, the music is some of the best I've heard. I can't compare it to anything. It's some of the best and coolest music I've ever heard in Ocean Dub. I've ever heard in a cartoon. I can't compare it to anything. It doesn't remind me of really anything. Actually, I can't compare it to anything. And I like the Ocean Dub because one of the main problems I've always had with Dragon Ball Z is that it feels more like a terrible, poorly written Japanese cartoon than an anime. The Ocean Dub makes Dragon Ball Z feel like a Japanese cartoon epic, similar to my favorite cartoons: Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, the Double Dragon cartoon, the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoons, the Mega Man cartoon, which the last two Ocean Dub seasons uses music from that cartoon, and the Mega Man cartoon is also vastly similar to this, having the same type of fighting and action sequences. And last but not least, the Marvel and DC animated universes of the 90s and 2000s. That's what the Ocean Dub reminds me of, and one of the main reasons I like the Ocean Dub. And the Ocean Dub is one of my favorite and best adaptation of Dragon Ball Z. And like I said, when it comes to voice acting and soundtrack, they are a master. Voice acting is awesome. You have Paul and Michael Dobson, who are the Dobson brothers. Their various voices, particularly Nappa and Zarbon, with Michael dubbing Nappa and Zarbon dubbing Paul dubbing Zarbon. You have the legendary Brian Drummond as Vegeta, where he had the iconic over 9,000 voice. I love Vegeta's I love Vegeta's raspy British Canadian British Canadian punk rocker voice. That's what Vegeta's voice reminds me of. And Goku had three actors. He first had Ian Cortlet, who left the series, who left the series, I think due to behavior problems. Then later Peter Columbus, whose voice sounds more fun loving. And then the last one in the last two dubs, Kirby Morrow. But I'll talk about Kirby Morrow later. Paul Ian Cortlet, my opinion, was the best. He captures both the fun loving and the serious aggressive personality of Goku. Peter Columbus Peter Columbus was a great replacement, capturing the fun-loving and cheerful personality of Goku. Goku, and all these actors gave these what I see as bland, dull, weak, uninteresting characters more personality and life than their Funimation based counterparts who will replace them in the sequel in the following dub. Next, my next favorite voice actor, of course, is um Scott McNeil, who voices Piccolo and Jace and several other voices in the series. I love his Piccolo. It's a cross between Wolverine and Batman. And in X-Men Evolution, it is Wolverine. Then later we got my last favorite voice actor in the series, um Matt Smith, who voices Tien Shinhan. I like the cool sounding Asian Canadian Tien Shinhan in this series. Than the boring Shaolin monk he portrays in the John Burbinger and the previous voice actor in Funimation portrayed in the crappy Funimation dub. What else about this dub right here? So yeah, I love the voice acting. I also love the cheesy, cartoonish dialogue when right before Tien dies, he says, this three-eyed cowboy's going for one last ride." The infamous line where he gets his arm smashed and says it will grow back. You just wait till it grows back, and Nappa replies, "You won't be around that long." Several awesome lines. When Nappa fights Goku, he says, "Goku, you're just a tailless loser." And the like I mentioned, the dramatic Superman music plays when they're charging a beam fighting, or that Superman music plays when Goku enters the scene, or the hero's triumph. The dark music that plays when something grim happens, like when Vegeta killed Nappa. And what else about this awesome series? What else about this awesome dub? And they even the dialogue, every dialogue, the actors, like I said it in my previous dub, they no matter how terrible the script, the material they're given is, whatever the script they're given, they act like it is Shakespeare, no matter how terrible it is. And they make some of these lines they may even make the series seem better than it really is. When you really analyze it, the storyline is pretty terrible, but they make the storyline seem better than it really is with their over the top over the top acting. So act over the top Shakespeare based acting. So that's the Ocean dub. Dragon Ball Z Ocean dub. My favorite episodes are the first 5 episodes, which are the arrival of Raditz, the second and third episodes, which are the fights with Raditz, the fourth episode, which is has the memorable introduction of Nappa and Vegeta, then the fifth episode, which features Gohan beginning training with Piccolo, and Gohan transforms into the Yozaru, and Piccolo defeats it and turns Gohan back to normal by destroying the moon. Episode 7, a filler episode, Trouble on Arila, where Nappa and Vegeta, in their original color schemes, the the blue and orange and red for Vegeta, and the black and red armor for Nappa, arriving on the planet Arila with the bug people, um, pretending to get captured, then fighting and killing all of the Bugman, and blowing up the bug planet anyway before departing the earth. I love the animation. I love the animation, story, artwork, and the music and dialogue in this episode. And it was really cool seeing Nappa in their original color schemes, which I thought were way better, fight the Arlians. There were also several jokes because Nappa and Vegeta make several jokes in this episode. Episode 10, episode 11, not 10, where Tien, Chaozu, and Krillin and Yamcha produce dream bodies and go back into the past planet Vegeta and fight Shorty and Scarface. I think that's their name. The two illusionary Saiyans from the two illusionary Saiyans from the past. And episode 14 where Goku learns about his Saiyan heritage from King Kai in Legend of the Saiyans, and T you get scenes of Tien, Yamcha, Chaozu, and Krillin training. Then then episodes 15 through 29, which is the entire Saiyan battle, with Nappa and Vegeta, with some of my favoriteest episodes during this are episode 18, which is Tien's final episode and starring role where he fights Nappa with one arm, and then he dies and is not seen again until Stay Away from Frieza, which I think is episode 36. I think 30, either 38 or 39. I think that's that episode. Then the episode what episode after that? Oh yeah. Then episode 21, The Return of Goku. 22, Nappa Strikes Back, which continues Goku's fight with Nappa and features Goku's first battle with Vegeta, and then episodes 22, 23 through 29, which has Gohan, Krillin, Yajirobe's battle with Vegeta. Then of course episode 30 where they meet the survivors of Frieza's onslaught, who at first think they're mins of Frieza, but change their minds about killing them when they later see Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma actually help and save them. Then episode 31, a lot of people hate this episode. Even the legendary Team 4-Star said they hate this episode, but I like this episode where they meet Rady and Zakro and go to the fake Namek. Go to the fake Namek. And then episode 32 and 33, where they land on Namek and immediately learn Vegeta and Frieza has followed them there. And episodes 40, which features Tien, Chaozu, Yamcha, and Krillin fighting. I mean, not Krillin, but Tien, Yamcha, Chaozu fighting Piccolo in a training sparring match. Meanwhile, back on Namek, Vegeta engages in a brawl with Zarbon, which he loses. The next episode where Zarbon heals Vegeta escapes, creates an explosion, and through this diversion, makes off with Frieza's Dragon Balls. The next episode where Zarbon and Vegeta settle their feud, and Vegeta kills Zarbon once and for all and steals Krillin's Dragon Ball. The arrival of the Ginyu Force, and of course, episodes 50 through 53, which consists of the Z Fighters battles with the Ginyu Force. These are my all-time favorite episodes of the Saiyan and Namek base sagas. By the way, once again, if you want to see this awesome series, the website is called Megas, I think, and the link will be in the description box below for those of you who missed it in part 1, or if I didn't mention it in part 1. I can't remember if I did in part 1, the webcam portion, but the link will be in the description box below, or just message me and I will give you the link. Just comment in the comment section and I'll give you the link. So with that being said, I'm finished for now. If you don't want to hear the rest of the music, turn the video off right now.